You're tuned in to Ask the Master Auto Technician. Car questions? Get answers right now. Call 850-763-0555.
James Auto Center, we fix it right, guaranteed. Beep, 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 yeah!
All right, good morning, everybody. My name is James Morris. I have my wife, Anna Marie Morris, screening our phone calls. You can call us at 850-763-0555. It's early Monday morning. I got Scott Hobbs out of bed. He's calling all the way from Mr. Reuter right there on East Avenue. What are we doing this morning, Scott, besides trying to wake up?
Well, I've been out of bed for a little bit,
Good.
a little while. So.
Good. I know.
It is early.
It is. I get up every morning at 4:30 to make sure I can at least try to have a thought process when people call me and talk about cars. But we were talking last week about this bio choices that you were talking about that the people that sell this and to you to use were surprised that someone would actually take the lid off of it and stick their finger in it and put it in their mouth and not have any consequences. But it doesn't taste that bad, but it doesn't hurt you. It's not caustic. It's not like Red Devil Lye or Drano or anything like that. But it does a great job of keeping your drains running clean and keeping them from all that waxy grease buildup inside there. And we've been using it at my shop now for the last month or so, and I must say that my drains aren't running any slower. But I can't tell you if they're running any faster, but I'm just tickled pink they're not running slow. I know this is preventive maintenance to keep from having to call you out and to hydroblast these lines out. So tell us a little bit more about this BioChoice in case people want to know more about this.
Well, your industry has done a great job of educating the consumer that preventative maintenance is necessary. Everybody knows they have to change their oil every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. But our industry has not done such a great job. We sell them, these caustic and acidic products and say, hey, when it starts to overflow and spill out into your house, pour this down and hopefully it'll work. Mm-hmm. And that's not the right approach. The right approach is you take a preventative maintenance approach. You use a friendly bacteria, which BioChoice ES is a friendly bacteria. It's kind of like a probiotics for your plumbing system. Mm-hmm. We know that we should take it for our own personal health, but we should also do that for our drain health. You have a unfriendly bacteria that builds up in the drain lines and causes clogs. What happens is the hair and the particles and things like that normally should flush on through the line when the house is brand new, it starts to catch on these greasy, oily bacteria that grows on the pipe, and then that's what causes a clog. But the BioChoice ES is a friendly bacteria, and it goes out and eats the bad bacteria. Mm-hmm.
And it does a good job, apparently, because we've been using it. Remember, my shop has been here. I have cast iron drains here on the front building here. This was built in 1957, my front office, and my back office back there was built in 1977. So we're not talking about new buildings. But by doing this, I haven't had to call a plumber out, and I'm thankful for that because I went off septic tank a few years ago and went to the drain, where it goes into the sanitary sewer. But still, if they have to come out or you have to come out and clean that out and take care of it, it can be rather pricey due to the fact of because it's all underneath concrete. All my piping and all my drain lines are underneath 8 inches of concrete. And that'd be very expensive to have to break that up if you had to go in there and repair it. But speaking of that, you've actually got ways of, if you do clog, if the pipe is damaged, if the pipe is collapsed, I guess you could go down inside there and put a fiberglass sock, and reline it to give the customer 30 more years of drain life left out of there. Am I saying that correctly?
Oh, absolutely. If the pipe has a hole in it, and that's something that we find a lot of, is folks over the years have used these over-the-counter products that are acidic and mixed with the grease and the oils and the fats. It will actually cause a trench down the bottom of that cast iron pipe. It disappears. Ooh. It's gone. There's no pipe. So we have the ability to take and realign that pipe and get it back to almost probably better than it was from day one, because it's slick as it's fiberglass. Imagine running your hand down a fiberglass boat, how slick and smooth it is. Mm-hmm. It's going to be the same way on the inside of the pipe.
Right, I've got a piece of pipe right here you dropped off here, and this is a I think it's a 4-inch pipe. It's a green pipe here, and you can see there's about 4.5 millimeters, I'm guessing is what it is, of a liner that's inside here that y'all put inside here, and it's hardened, and it's smooth. I mean, it's just as smooth with fiberglass, and I'm just amazed how it's done. And you can actually see there's a hole in the outside. You can see that that's been plugged off. You had a couple of holes, and apparently you just did this for demonstration purposes, where you put this down inside here, blow it up with air, put a little heat to it, I guess. It hardens up, and it becomes another pipe inside a pipe. And it's only about the thickness of the pipe, the original pipe itself, which is about 4.5 millimeters, which isn't much.
That's right.
Pretty impressive. It really is. And y'all been doing this for how long now? Doing these inserts?
We've been actually doing this for about 10 years, and it's a very progressive industry. New technologies coming out all the time. We continue to buy products and tools and equipment to make the job more efficient. I think 2 years ago we actually bought a boiler system to where we cure the liner with hot water. So we circulate hot water. It can be a 200-foot run, and we'll circulate hot water to the end and back until that cures. We've also recently purchased equipment to where if you have a branch off of that main line, we can run down that branch and we can reinstate. Because imagine it's going to close off that branch.
Right, it will. Yeah.
Sure. So we run that reinstatement tool down that branch. We open it up, we polish it out, and it makes that smooth transition back into the line that we just relined.
Wow, that's kind of like me doing a tune-up going through the tailpipe.
Exactly, yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm going to tune your car up, I'm going to change your spark plugs, but I'm going to go through the tailpipe, and I'm going to go through it, and I'm going to change your spark plugs. Wow, that's pretty impressive that you can do that, and that's it's almost the same equivalency of saying you're going to change spark plugs by going to the tailpipe, because you're going down the line, and where it branches off, you're actually going there cleaning that branch off because you sealed it off, polishing it out where it's smooth, where the water and waste will flow down it without causing another obstruction. That's pretty impressive. So the technology has gotten better over the years, and I'm sure y'all are using cameras and things that were science fiction a few years ago.
Sure.
They've gotten so small.
You couldn't do all this without cameras and all that technology.
It's pretty amazing. It really is. I was going to say, maybe you have little plumbers about 3 inches tall that go inside the pipes and do all this work like little mine workers, but it's kind of hard to find plumbers only 3 inches tall. But you are looking for plumbers that have good house manners. That's right. And you have a nice little segue into plumbing there.
Sure.
And you are looking for people that are already plumbers. So if someone's moving into town and has a plumbing experience, do plumbers have licenses that they can carry from state to state? I don't know. I don't.
Well, they do. They do. Florida is a right-to-work state.
Right.
So I'm the certified master plumber at our company, and so therefore, I cover everybody that works under me.
Yep.
So I can train somebody up within a couple of years, and everything that we put them through on a daily basis, they're a pretty good plumber within a couple of years. So I encourage anybody that's interested in that field or just learning a trade. There's so many opportunities now in the service industries to make really good money.
Well, speaking of that, now you and we're in a vocational trade. We're in where we get our hands dirty. Sometimes it's not a very pleasant field that we're in as far as getting dirty, but we can make very good money. I have technicians that have been in this industry. They started working for me after only a couple of years out of school, and they are doing very, very well. Is it possible for plumbers in this apprentice plumbers to make better than minimum wage in this town?
Far better, absolutely.
Well, I don't know. I was just wondering because people say, well, what do your guys make starting out? Well, they make $25 per billable hour, whatever they produce. If they're here 40 hours, we expect them to produce 40 billable hours. A lot of times when they're new, they only produce 25, hours a week, but they get better and better and better. Like last week, one guy produced 53 billable hours, and he was only here 40 hours, so he got paid for 53 hours. So he was real happy about that.
I bet.
And
sure,
and it's the same thing in your field. Is that how that works too?
It is, and our compensation plan is similar to that. It's based on the plumber's efficiency. So they can certainly, as they become more efficient and they invest in themselves in tools and equipment and training, they'll become more efficient and they'll earn way more money. But the kind of income that a trained or an experienced plumber can make is far beyond what they would make, in any, other type of service industry that you would think of, the restaurant industry or the, hotel motel industry, service side of that. It's a lot of opportunity.
I know
technicians speak to me, and they'll be blown away as how much money they can make.
I'm amazed. I know technicians in this town right here, automotive technicians that make anywhere starting out between $35,000 and up, and after 4 or 5 years are making anywhere between $60,000 and $100,000 a year. And I mean, we're not talking about every so often. We're talking about consistently. And I don't know very many professionals in this town that make $60,000 to $100,000 a year.
Sure. And our industry is very similar. Absolutely.
That's what I was thinking. Because I know a lot of parents out there say, "Oh, my little Johnny or my little Susie's going to go to Harvard," and I'm sitting there looking at it going, "Your little Johnny and Susie can't even spell Harvard," and you want them, they got a D- average, and you're expecting them to go to college. Teach them a technical skill while they're still in high school, while it's free. I mean, that's I don't think they offer plumbing at Haney Technical Center, do they?
They don't. None of the technical centers offer plumbing any longer.
Why is that?
I don't know. I'll call the one here, and I'll call the one up in Washington County, and they just say that there's not enough interest, which kind of blows my mind.
It blows my mind away too, because
Well, there's a lot of interest going when there's not something running right.
Absolutely right.
Yes,
everything quits. Everybody's interested.
Well, like when your car stops running, you never appreciate a good technician until your car stops running. Then all of a sudden it's like, holy moly, come help me out here. But yeah, our industry has definitely changed. I mean, right now we fix cars by moving electrons around, by reprogramming cars. We actually had a car the other day that had a misfire on it, on one cylinder. And the way to correctly fix it was to reprogram the computer to take care of the misfire. I would have never have thought that 5 years ago. Never have thought that. It's just amazing how our industry is changing. In the same way in your industry, every time you turn around, there's new technology, and I bet y'all are using computers as well. I don't know, probably computers in your cameras, computers in how y'all deburr the hose and smooth them out. These computers figure things out for you that, well, a few years ago, it was up to to your ability as a technician to be able to do that. But it helps the technicians get better, I presume, this technology.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the tankless water heaters have computers. Hybrid water heaters have computers. Look at all the sensors that you have on the touch-free faucets and things like that.
Wow, that was science fiction 10 years ago. No one thought of something like that. That's incredible. Scott, we're up against the clock. We got to go. We look forward to hearing you again next Monday. And let people know more about this Bio Choices. This stuff works. It's worth getting. Try it out. It's not that expensive, and it does a great job of keeping your plumbing maintenance free for years to come. And, Scott, if people keep using this, you'll go out of business. You know that? So we should.
Well, I know.
We shouldn't tell people about this. No, right. Ignore this. You don't need this. Don't ignore this. You don't want that stuff.
Right.
All right, Scott, you be good. I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye now, everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
James Auto Center, we fix it right.